Hello, I've just come in from work. It is so humid today. It's horrendous and the flat is horrendous, but that's because all the windows have been closed. So I'm going to open them now and hopefully get, I was going to say some air, but like what air? Anyway, tonight we're going to do wraps, halloumi wraps, because we want something light and easy. But Wayne's not going to be home until about 9, so I'm not going to get started on anything because it all takes like 5 minutes. I'm so warm. Work today was great. Usually, I only go in for 2 hours on a Wednesday anyway, and usually that's because we do our weekly meetings on Wednesdays, and like that's why I go in. But our boss wasn't in today. We're going to do the meeting tomorrow instead. And so it was just super chill. We were just like, well, I mean, we were catching up on things that are good for me to know, but it was very chill and easy. I mean, anyway, Wednesdays often are pretty chill, but this was even more chill and it was just really nice. And everyone was in, which also isn't always the case. In fact, often isn't. So it was so nice to like all be together and just hang out. And 3 of us walked home, well, in this direction, so that was nice as well. The rest of my day has literally just been spent on running, so I'm going to put all this away and then I want to film a couple of videos, one about running, one about another whole video that I'm doing. And then ideally I would like to edit the running video. It actually doesn't need to go up for another week, but then at least I don't need to think about it anymore and it's done. And I think I'm gonna have something from yesterday. I haven't yet decided if I'm gonna have a slice of cake or a donut or both, but I'm definitely eyeing that, thinking that that looks good. Considering I did a 20-kilometer run today, I haven't eaten very much. I've had a banana, about 12 Sour Patch Kids, a little bit of egg fried rice and a coffee. That's all I've had today. So probably not a bad idea to get a little bit more in me, especially as we won't be having supper until I imagine around 9:30. Well, 9. I would like it to be ready when Wayne walks in. Anyway, I'm going to put the things away and get on with the evening stuff. Yay! Hello, I am expecting Wayne home in about half an hour, so I'm gonna get started on prepping everything. I'm gonna use half a white onion. I much prefer white onions to red, and I'm gonna like properly fry it so that it's sweet as opposed to still fresh, raw. Gonna do some peppers with it. Then I've got the fake halloumi that we're gonna use as well. I might do this first, actually. Then I've got some avocado and tomato, so I'll make some guacamole, and we've also got some lime to add to whatever. And we have yogurt, so we can maybe make like a limey yogurt, but I'm gonna check with Wayne before I do that. So I think I'm gonna time-lapse this. Enjoy. What has today been? Today has been a pretty good day at work. I had a big task in the morning that took sort of 2 to 3 hours of literally just focused work. Then I would say I had like an hour and a half to chill. Then we had a meeting, which was about an hour long. Then I was doing a little bit of work, but also chatting to colleagues for the next, I'd say, hour. Then I had like a 20-minute lunch, maybe. And then that big task that I did in the morning, I got feedback on, and so I was fixing things. And then it was basically the end of the day. So that was work. And then I came home and checked a video that I edited yesterday but didn't have a chance to check yet. Read a little bit of my book. Played a couple of games on my phone. Then I made my avocado toast with egg, and I've got to tell you, that's something I've been looking forward to since yesterday. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, the wraps yesterday were a success, but there was some leftover guacamole, and I was thinking about either using it up for breakfast this morning, again, avocado on toast, but with egg for breakfast, or just potentially putting it in a sandwich for lunch, or having it for supper. And in the end, I decided to have it for supper, and I'm so glad I did that. It was very satisfying. It did what I wanted it to do. Although I do kind of wish I'd had enough for 2 pieces of bread. But there was a little bit of avocado left over, so we have some tortilla chips, well, Doritos. And so I had a couple of Doritos with the rest of that. And then a little bit later on, I made myself a smoothie, which I'm still drinking through. I feel like my smoothie blender machine thing is going to be like a cheese toasty, where you take it out once every few months and then suddenly make loads, and then it goes in the cupboard for another few months. But it's making me very happy at the moment, and I finally used up the rest of the compote, so that's good. I also just filmed a very long video, which might have gone up actually before this vlog. That's possible. And it was probably one of the most intense videos I filmed in a long time. And so I feel like I've literally just finished it, and I feel like I just need a moment to breathe and sort of, you know, come back to neutral. It's almost 8:30, so I've still got like plenty of time. I was really dipping at one point. I think around 6:30, I was genuinely considering having a nap, which I knew would be a bad idea because it would mean I wouldn't sleep tonight. And also, I forgot that I still have to work tomorrow. For some reason, I had it in my head that it was the weekend already. So I'm definitely sort of trying to find the motivation. Oh, do you know what else I did today? Silly me. I was playing games on my phone on my bed and just doing whatever, and suddenly getting a notification that I had an email, checked it, was from my agent with an audition. So I've been trying to look at the lines, learn the lines, get an idea and a feel for the character. I don't know if this one's quite right for me. I don't think I would necessarily have chosen to put myself forward for it, but I do think it's a lot of fun, and I do think I'll be able to do the script. I hope some justice anyway. I'm not holding my breath for the role, even though obviously it would be fun and it would be really cool, but it's just fun to get an audition through. Because the one I did last week, I got that audition a month ago, and so I've not had an audition come through for a month. So it's nice to, you know, be put forward for things, but especially be accepted to audition for something. Technically, I have until the 31st of August to film this, so 2 weeks. But I'm going to try and do it on Sunday evening, I think, if I can, if I feel good enough by then. We shall see. But that was a fun little surprise. I do think now, though, I'm going to chill a little bit. As I say, I'm still recovering from that video I've just filmed. I also want to see where it goes in the timeline, because I might need to edit that one before I edit anything else. YouTube's funny. But yeah, that's all the updates, I think, from the last 24 hours or whenever I last spoke to you. I don't know if I'll see you again tonight, but I'll see you at some point. Yay! Hello! Oh, okay, this is gonna be
video,
totally...
video.
No, not video. I'm videoing. You're candid.
Yeah.
Supposedly. This is probably the most amount of makeup I've had to put on for an audition, and the most, like, extreme makeup, and it caused me a lot of grief. But I'm done with the audition. I did that first and got it out of the way. I'm wearing this dress. This is the one that was my mum's, and I need to get it tailored to fit me properly, but it does make me happy. So I finally had a chance to wear it, because I've not otherwise. Stop taking pictures. Wayne's taking so many pictures. Portrait! Right, anyway, he wants to get a behind the scenes photo just for you. So yeah, just wanted to give that update. That's what's going on, and I cannot wait to take this all off right now. Yay! Hello. Wayne and I were both home yesterday. We went to see Weapons, which I have thoughts on, and I'll probably share them in my monthly reviews. But we also cooked. I'm pretty sure we cooked lunch and supper. And there's a lot of dishes. I mean, a lot. And I really, really, really want to do some exercise tonight. Not running, but strength training and stuff. I'll speak about it in my running video. In fact, that's probably already gone up. And I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the dishes first and then do the exercise, or do the exercise first. But I think I'm gonna do the dishes first because I did just have cake and it will just give me a little moment to let it all sort of sink down. Good morning. It is a day off, and for once it's an actual day off. I am still working, but I'm not running today. I went for a really long run yesterday, which was very exciting, and I will have spoken about it in a running video, which I'll link up here. But it means that today I actually have the day free. I woke up sort of around 7:30, 8ish, which is not much later than usual, a little bit, but like not much. But I've had a super chill and relaxing morning, so not complaining. I have a list of things I want to get done today, and I've got started on some of them, which is good. But the next big task, because I really want to wash my hair and shower and all that, but before I do that, I want to bake. And obviously I'd like to get the baking done before I then shower, because I'm sure I'm gonna get covered in stuff. It's my friend's birthday tomorrow night, tomorrow, and tomorrow night we're going to, oh, no, I think that's okay. I thought I was working, but it's been moved to next week. So we're going to go bowling, which is so funny because I actually messaged Wayne a couple of days ago while I was at work saying, I'm thinking of going bowling for my birthday. Obviously my birthday's still a few months away, but I know the way adult friendships work. I go bowling for my birthday basically every year. Either it's just me and Wayne, or it's me and friends, or it's whoever. But it's a big birthday thing for me. I can't remember the last year that I haven't gone bowling for my birthday. I think even in 2020 we went bowling, although I could be wrong. But I said, do you think you'd be able to sort of get this day off from work so that if everyone else is free, which we'll see, maybe I can sort of ask people to keep that day free in their calendar. Anyway, all this to say, we're going bowling tomorrow night. It's my friend's birthday and I want to bake cupcakes. Turns out I don't have that many cupcake recipes sort of on my phone. Back in Ireland, when I worked there was one day that someone brought in the best homemade cupcakes. And I did get the recipe from, well, I mean, she just literally hand wrote the recipe and I took a picture of it. And I would love to make those, but I don't think I have all the ingredients and I don't want to be sort of using or buying fancy stuff. So I found a vanilla choc chip recipe, I think on like BBC Good Food or whatever it's called. Yeah, BBC Good Food, easy chocolate chip cupcakes. Should only take 20 minutes to prepare and then 20 minutes to cook. Pretty simple, straightforward. The only thing I don't have is icing sugar for the like icing, but I can buy that when I'm coming back from work and then add it on later. That's fine. So I think I'm gonna get started on this. The recipe makes 8. And there's gonna be 6 of us. So I'm thinking of tripling, maybe even quadrupling the recipe. I need to see how many eggs I have, and based off that, I will decide if I do 3 times or 4 times. So let me get everything and we'll vlog some stuff. Yay! Okay, so I've just seen that actually the recipe makes 8. I don't know what I said before. Maybe I did say that, but maybe my maths wasn't mathing. So I'm gonna do 3 times the recipe. So make 24 for 6 people. Theoretically, everyone can have 4. I don't see that actually happening, but that's the idea. So what I need for this is 100 grams, well, I'll need 300 grams of non-salted butter or margarine. I have Lurpak, which is slightly salted, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It's technically overdue, as in best before the 30th of June, but it looks absolutely fine. So we're gonna use it and there's loads there. I've not had butter in a while. Next, 100 grams of caster sugar. So again, 300. I do have this, and then I also have more in another cupboard because I had to get some for Pesach. 2 large eggs. They're not large, but they'll do. I've got 8, so I'm gonna use 6, which means I do also have 2 spare, which is always good. I don't like running out of eggs. I eat a lot of eggs. 100 grams of self-raising flour. This will be the first time that I open the self-raising flour that I bought back in December, so that's good. I'm saying everything in the single version, so obviously I need to triple everything. Half a tablespoon, that's a lot, of vanilla essence. Usually it's like a teaspoon. And then icing sugar for the topping, but we will worry about that later. Interestingly, oh no, there are chocolate chips. So I've got 2 packets of these. How many grams is this? Because it says 100, so I'm gonna need 300. This is 100. Oh, we're gonna be tight. So I've got 200 grams of those, and then I've also got some left in this one, which is again the Pesach ones. So they might not be as chocolate chippy as they should be. Hey ho. So let's have a look. Preheat the oven to 190, prepare the cupcake tray. We'll do both those things. Then I need to use butter, margarine, and caster sugar, and I need to use my electric whisk, which I've not used in a while. I think I'm going to put you on a bigger tripod maybe, and record me doing stuff, but not have sound. I think we're gonna like time lapse it or whatever. Put some music over it so that I can listen to my music. All right, here goes. Friends, I've only got 100 grams of butter. This is not ideal. In fact, it's far from ideal. That's ridiculous. I don't get that. This is meant to be 400 grams. How is that possible? Let me try this. I don't understand. Okay, turns out that scales half hanging off don't measure correctly. So this is about 160, this is about 30. So this is all the butter that I have, and then I will buy some more today, and we're at, oh damn it. Are we at 200 or at 300? Hang on. I've just checked again. It's at 260, so it'll be 300. We're gonna be okay. Gosh, this is stressful. Great start, everyone. I've done the cupcakes, as you would have seen, and I'm pretty pleased, I think. I haven't tried them yet, but they look good. I did leave the first batch in slightly longer, probably an extra 2 minutes, because my camera wasn't ready to film. But I think they're still okay, they're just slightly darker. So I'm very proud of myself. And actually, I think the prep time, once I got everything sorted, it did take me some time to like work out the scales and making sure I had enough butter and whatever else. But I do think it wasn't far off 20 minutes, so that's good. And then obviously the cook time should have been 20, but I made 2 lots and I only have 1 cupcake tin, so obviously that took 40 minutes. I made a list this morning, although having thought about it last night, I actually wanted to make it last night, but I don't know why I didn't. And on it, I had 7 main things I wanted to do today, and then 4 like very quick 2-minute tasks that I put off every day. And it's literally just things like recording my 1 second a day and those kinds of things. Of those 7 tasks, I've already done 3, which is good. And I'm halfway through 2 more. And one of them is dishes. And I actually did do the dishes that I'd considered last night, but there's more because of the cupcakes, obviously. Although again, I've done most of them. I've just got the bowl that had the mixture and like the spoons and stuff that I used at the end. Everything else is washed up, as you can probably see. So that's not so bad. The other half is the laundry, which is in the dryer at the moment. So that's basically ready, although obviously I'll have to put it away. And then the other 2 big tasks, number 1 are to wash and shower my hair, and number 2, as in to wash my hair and shower is what I meant to say there. And number 2 is to film for like a really long video that I'm currently in the process of filming, but it's over the span of a few weeks. But I don't want to do that until I've washed my hair so that I can look fresh. So I think what I'm planning to do now is shower, wash my hair, and then do those 4 quick tasks. And in total, that should take me like 10 minutes. Those 4 tasks, I mean, not the showering. Then I'll go check on the laundry, and then I will see if my hair is dry enough to start filming a video. Also, obviously, if I can do some editing today, that would be good, because there's not that much, but a lot of the clips from today and from my running stuff are very long. So if I can just like work my way through them, even just cut down individual clips, that will just make things easier for me. Also mentally, because knowing that you've got like an hour's worth of footage to cut down is really hard. Whereas knowing that you've got, you know, a 20-minute clip to cut down and you can just cut it to whatever makes the most sense feels easier. It's bite size. And it very much does that productivity hack thing of, oh, well, I've got started now, so I may as well continue. Like, that really works for me. I've also tried to do some thorough cleaning behind me of everything. I mean, it was already dirty from last night, and then obviously it got worse from this morning. We had burgers for supper last night, which were nice, but very crumbly, and so, like, everywhere there was stuff. So I've been wiping and sweeping things, which feels really good. Everything feels clean. I've tidied up a bit as well. And Wayne's off tomorrow, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does like more thorough sweeping and mopping and that kind of thing. I really want to do some clearing and decluttering and reorganizing where stuff is. I think a big part of that will come when I do my changeover to winter gear, which probably isn't going to be for another month or so. But also we want to try and get some boxes for our storage unit and maybe get 1 or 2 spare for under the bed, even though we've already got a few under the bed. And I think once we have that, then I can start to like look through and sort things out. But it's on my mind. It's like, I feel motivated to do it. I want to do it. I just can't. And that's annoying. But by the time I've done all the things I want to do, you know, on my list, I think it'll be time for me to go to work anyway. I've got like 2 hours before I need to go. So let's crack on with it, shall we? I will see you later. Hello, I have ticked everything off my list. There are still dishes to be done, but things haven't dried yet, so I can't put them away yet, so I can't wash up yet. And I still need to fold and put away the laundry. Although Wayne's quite particular about his laundry. Well, not even particular, just we fold in different ways, so I can't do his anyway, so I might just leave it until later. I have about a quarter of an hour before I need to go to work, so I'm gonna get changed, get myself ready to go, all that. If I have time this evening when I get home, I would like to do some editing, but if not, it's not the end of the world. I feel really caught up on everything else though, which is good. I'm also gonna go to the shops on my way home and buy some stuff for wraps, which is, as I've mentioned many a time, my go-to meal at the moment, or one of. But we still have a lot of leftovers from the last time we made wraps, sort of a week ago, and I think it'd be a good idea to use them up. Probably it was less than a week actually. I think it was Sunday. But we've got an avocado, we've got loads of tomatoes, we've got some lettuce, which is new, because we had that for supper last night. I might buy some beans. We haven't had beans in wraps in a long time, and I am a fan. We've got a lime to use up still, so I think it might be a good idea just to clear some stuff. Last week, I bought 2 bananas for runs, and I still have 1 left, and it's starting to go very soft. I was gonna have it for lunch today, but it's very soft, so I'm thinking I might just make a smoothie at some point and throw it in, maybe when I get home. Anyway, that's all from me for now. I'll probably film some stuff when I'm prepping the wraps for tonight. My salad today, because we had all these leftovers, was a salad with, did I say my salad? I meant my lunch. My lunch today was a salad, and it made me very, very happy. I've not just had salad, like regular crispy lettuce with tomatoes and cucumbers in a long time. I did think we had salad dressing, which we don't, although I've just realized we do have vinegar and I could have just used that. But I just did it with salt and it did the trick. I was happy enough. So yeah, feeling really good. I feel like I've really used today to my advantage and I'm very happy about that. I feel like I've cleared a lot of thoughts and things off my plate. And I'm really proud of these cupcakes. I haven't tried them yet. I don't know if I will try one before tomorrow. Maybe if Wayne wants one, we can share one. The portioning was amazing, by the way. Like, bang on 24. You could potentially even make more and have them slightly smaller. So that's quite good to know. And if they're any good, I'll let you know and I'll link the recipe below. Obviously, that wasn't something I had to do. That was very much a choice. But I've been wanting to bake for so long and I've not had an excuse, especially because Wayne bought this cake like a week ago and we're still trying to make our way through it. But this is a good excuse. So I'm very happy to have busted out my baking skills, non-existent. Hopefully they taste good. I really hope they taste good. Oh, I need to buy butter. I need to add that to the shopping list because I used up every last tiny bit that we had. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it here and I will see you later. Bye. Hello. I've just come in from work and it's a little bit later than normal, which is fine, but I went shopping as well to pick up the things that we need for tonight. It was an expensive one though. I wasn't expecting that. But I've decided rather than putting things away in the fridge and then in like an hour having to start on cooking and everything, I will still need to start on cooking probably in about an hour and a half, but instead while I'm up, while I've got things out, I'm just gonna start prepping stuff so that I can just throw it in when we're ready. So we've got this bowl that Wayne got really recently. So I'm gonna do the peppers and onions in here because I did buy some more because we only have like half a portion. So that's ready to go. And then I'm also already gonna chop up the tomatoes so that they can just go straight in once I've done the avocado. I'm not gonna do the avocado yet though because that goes gross very quickly. But at least those two things will be done. And I'm also probably gonna chop up the halloumi so that again, that's ready to just throw in. I've got another little bowl here, this one. So I'll do the halloumi in there. Maybe even keep it in the fridge, but just chopped so that it's ready to go. And I'm also gonna clear away the dry stuff so that I can start washing up the next lot of dirty stuff. Yay, let's go.